Good morning and happy New Year. This is New Year's Eve 2025. The new year starts tomorrow, and I'm sure a lot of us are really ready for the new year. It's as if one door closes and another even better one opens. So I'm sure we're going to be in for some surprises this year, but I really have a good feeling about 26 moving forward in a new, exciting direction filled with integrity and intention. But thinking about resolutions, a lot of people are sitting there today thinking about resolutions before they go out to their parties and such. I don't do that. I'm one of the ones who has always stayed in that evening for many reasons. But if you're somebody who's doing resolutions, I would be excited to hear what resolutions you offer. I don't make any resolutions, and I will tell you why. But I wanted to kind of look up some of the statistics on making resolutions, and it was pretty interesting. I went to Pew Research, which is a really great research center, and what I found was that fewer older adults make resolutions compared to those who are 50 and under. That was kind of interesting, and it's really a low number considering it's 21% of older adults make resolutions on the new year. So if you're one of those like me who makes no resolutions, then here we are. But if you do make resolutions, 79% of older adults are found in this survey, the most recent survey, to make resolutions based on in some way on health. So that might be weight loss, it might be going to the gym more often, it might be eating fewer sweets. Whatever the resolution, it's health based somehow, possibly PT or something like that. It's your mileage may vary on that one, but 79% people are thinking about their health at the end of the year and moving into the new year. Now, the percentage is even higher when it comes to people who break their resolutions before the end of that year. People make resolutions, let's say to go to the gym. And the gyms are typically, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I know from previous research over the years that January is the month where gyms and physical fitness centers experience the highest amount of new memberships, and active members who actually come to the gym to use the gym. And then it starts to fade after that. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't look at our health, because I certainly do all the time. I just don't make a resolution to do something that I may or may not complete by the end of the year. Here's what I do every year. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. New Year's Eve, like I said, I stay in. And I'm sure there are many of you that feel the same way as me. I have had so many animals over the years, and fireworks are a big issue for pet owners. We have so many pets who become so afraid, so terrified on New Year's Eve because of the fireworks and the guns going off and the shouting, that they try to escape their home and they get lost and they end up in shelters and may or may not make their way home or might get hurt in the process. So with my pets, I always felt better staying home with them and keeping them calm and happy and knowing that their person is nearby. That was the main reason that I never went out. Another reason is because I'm not a drinker. I choose not to drink, and most parties on New Year's Eve are focused on some sort of alcohol. And I'm not saying that's a bad or a good thing. I'm just stating a fact from my perspective. So, I just didn't feel like I really needed to go into a group and then possibly try to convince somebody that they need to be driven home at the end of it. Another reason is, hey, I'm single. I'm not looking for somebody to kiss under the mistletoe or at the stroke of midnight. And not to say I wouldn't want that or that I would want that. Either way, it's, hey, again, your mileage may vary. But in my case, at this point, it's like, okay, I'm just going to stay home and watch a great movie. And one of the biggest reasons that I don't go out on New Year's Eve is because of the traffic and the possibility for mistakes on the road. I would much rather stay home where I'm cozy and comfortable and not on the road. Whether it's bad weather or good, it's probably a good night to stay home. Now, I gave you a lot of things that I don't do. But what I do on New Year's Eve, and it's a very weird personal tradition for me, I clean out at least one drawer or cabinet in my house. And my thought behind that is that I'm shaking up the old energy and I'm cleaning out the stuff that I don't need, and I am starting over with a clean slate. And it might be more than one cabinet. I don't know. I just take it, play it by ear, and whichever cabinet or drawer, junk drawer, bedroom drawer, sock drawer, whatever, I make a point to go in there and clean it out, get rid of things that I'm no longer using, things that are broken, and I set it all up nice and neat. And sometimes it stays that way, sometimes it doesn't. But it's kind of a little tradition of my own that I do on New Year's Eve. I also, on New Year's Day, even when it's snowy and cold outside, I open the front door and the back door. And it's the same concept as cleaning out the cabinet or the drawer. I'm opening the one of the doors so that the old stuff can go out and have a good life on its own. I open the second door so that the new, clean, exciting, fresh, intentional energy can come into my house. I always feel better after I've had that rush of cool air come into my home and the rush of it going back out. I only leave it open for a minute or so because, hey, we're also human beings besides spiritual beings, and we have to take care of our fuel bills. So I don't keep it open very long, just enough to start to feel the good energy come in, and then I close it back up again. And the most important thing that I do on New Year's is not a resolution. I create or make or continue a sustainable choice in my life, something that can live longer than a year, something that can live longer than a typical resolution. And usually it's something on the sustainable side, possibly where I'm going to stop using, and I'm making this up, I'm just pulling this out of the air. Let's say I am going to stop buying single-use water bottles because they're really hard on our planet. And, I've decided to go with the larger jugs if I need to buy water, and then pour it into my reusable water container. But also, I take something for myself, and that helps me to learn and grow or have fun. those three things are so important to me that my daily mantra is, am I having fun? Am I learning and growing? Am I living with love? And the learning and growing on New Year's Day is so important to me. It's like, what am I going to set myself up to learn this year? And this year you're part of it because I'm here on YouTube learning so many things. And I'm putting a goal of a year, just like a regular resolution, to learn as much as I can about this platform and see where I can go. And I don't have any results in mind. I just want to learn and grow and reach out to other people, and hopefully live with love as a result. So if you're still with me, if you would like and subscribe to my brand new channel, I would love to have you here. If you want to comment in the comment section below, I would love that as well. But in the end, most of all, I want all of you to have an amazing New Year's Eve, say goodbye to the old year, and figure out how you can learn and grow in the new year. Thanks again. My name is Rosie Wolf Williams. You can follow me on Instagram at Rosie Wolf. And please like and subscribe here. I would love that. I would love to have a conversation with you. Happy New Year. Here's to 2026.